Something freakishly haunted is brewing in the ZoomieWags Kitchen. Today we're summoning 3 terrifyingly tasty Halloween creations. A big brain cake sure to scratch that spooky season itch you've had all year. Its evil army of tiny brain pupcake minions, and a bubbling brew rumored to contain floating eyeballs of doom. Last time I tried spooky baking, we ended up with possessed pumpkin pastries that haunted the oven for weeks. So naturally, as the emotionally well-balanced person I am, I thought, let's escalate this further and see what chaos ensues. But this time, the stakes are higher. Because legend has it that the only thing that can save the world from total kitchen domination is the approval of our canine overlords. Will they bless our creations and restore balance to the pantry? Or are we the Frankensteins of our own monstrous kitchen creation? Alright, phase 1 of our edible horror experiments, creating the big brain's surprisingly fluffy, disturbingly orange foundation. For this recipe, you will need agar powder, a medium silicone brain mold, a large silicone brain mold, 1/4 cup sweet potato flour, 3/4 cup oat flour, 1 cup pumpkin puree, egg whites, 3 egg yolks, and cranberries or strawberries. Let's start by grabbing our 3 egg whites and whipping them up until they resemble stiff, mountainous peaks. The kind you might only see in your nightmares about being lost in the snowy Alps. While that ghostly foam forms, let's mix up the pumpkin-y side of our brainy mishap. In a separate bowl, combine sweet potato flour, oat flour, 3 egg yolks, and 1 cup pumpkin puree. After you are fully content with the peaks of your egg whites, gently fold the goop you just made. Go slow and careful. It's not unlike merging 2 timelines that were never meant to meet. But here we are. For the folks trying this at home, I'm sure you're doing great. We believe in you. And for those watching purely for the spectacle of me wrestling with gravity and having weak arm muscles, well, I can't say I blame you. Now that we have our mixture all mixed up, let's prepare our vessel of doom. Gently coat olive oil all over the inside. Using a cooking brush, place your silicone brain mold on a baking tray. Pour in your batter and try your best to make the top as flat as your emotional response to a jump scare. Slide it into the fiery depths of your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. What will emerge from the oven? A culinary masterpiece? Or the beginning of humanity's downfall on this fateful Halloween night? Let's find out! Oh wow, would you look at that? It's been an hour already? Time sure does fly when the thin veil of reality is in question. Remove your brain from the oven and allow it to cool. Honestly, I don't think I've ever said that before. Okay, while that cools, let's prepare the brainy agar strawberry or cranberry goo that will surround our hauntingly beautiful monster. Into your cauldron, measure water and agar according to your package's instructions. Next, mash up some strawberries until they look like an otherworldly crime scene and stir them into the agar mix, while trying not to say, "Rise, my child, rise!" too loudly because we don't want to scare the neighbors. Again, to put it all together, plop the cake in there, and wouldn't you know it, the brain just floats in the middle, just perfectly. It's like the laws of physics saw our project and said, sure, why not? Alright, now go ahead and carefully place your goo-covered, brainy creation into the refrigerator to solidify. Even the smartest minds need a loyal following, so it's time to bring some tiny brain pupcake minions to life. For this recipe, you will need agar powder, cranberries or strawberries, oat flour, peanut butter, eggs, and pumpkin puree. Stir everything together until it's thick, smooth, and suspiciously cooperative. I wish you could smell this because this batter smells like pure canine happiness and the possibility of the most adorable culinary crime scene if you left it unattended with your dog. Next, using olive oil and a baking brush, coat your cupcake tin with oil to prevent any batter from sticking to the sides. Then, using an ice cream scooper or a spoon, scoop your batter into the cupcake tins and bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes. You'll know they're ready when they start to look like they're plotting something. Let's prepare their brain toppings that will turn them from a cute little snack into the what in the Halloween nonsense is that? Into your cauldron, pour in measured water and agar according to the package's instructions. Mash up some strawberries or cranberries and stir them into your haunted potion. For a deeper hue, perhaps just add a little spoonful of cranberry puree. Now pour in your gooey creation into your small brain molds and let them chill in the fridge to further solidify. To prepare for your evil minion pupcake assembly, carefully cut off the tops to make them as flat as possible. Once complete, coat the tops with dog-safe peanut butter and plop your tiny brains on top. I wonder how our canine overlords will receive our humble offerings. But hold up. What's a haunted Halloween kitchen without a few eyeballs floating around in a mystery red goo? It's time for one last spooky creation, the floating eyeballs of doom. First, bring some water to a gentle boil on the stove. Mash in a handful of strawberries until the water turns into a delightfully eerie crimson brew. Once you're convinced it looks like something out of a vampire smoothie commercial, pour it carefully into a jar and set it aside. Now for the eyes. Grab a circular ice mold and fill each section with a mix of equal parts water and dairy-free yogurt. Then drop one blueberry into each mold because every monster deserves a good set of pupils. Carefully bring them to the freezer and freeze until solid. Then remove your freshly formed eyeballs and drop them dramatically into the strawberry water jar. They'll stare right back at you, floating, judging, and silently wondering how your life choices led you here. It's the perfect Halloween-themed refreshing drink and a visual reminder that in this kitchen, nothing blinks, but everything watches. Now, at long last, the prophecy is finally fulfilled. The big brain cake, the mini minions, and the floating eyeballs of doom are complete, shimmering, jiggling, and honestly, looking a little too alive. One last test remains. The Canine Council of Culinary Judgment. Will they celebrate our spooky season creations or question our sanity? Only one way to find out. Here they come, Beans and Cooper, both walking with purpose and spooky intentions. Cooper dives in first. He practically inhales the big brain cake, snatching it away and devouring it in 2 bites. No hesitation, just pure, unfiltered enthusiasm. Beans, our philosopher of flavor, takes her time. She sniffs, she tilts her head, she contemplates the meaning of life, and then she takes a dignified bite. Yes, success! Both pups give the big brain cake a 5 paws out of 5. Next up, the tiny brain pupcake minions. They sniff, they stare, and then chaos. Both dogs grab their chosen minions and immediately devour them. Not even a crumb survives. Another win for the kitchen of questionable choices. And finally, our floating eyeballs of doom gleam in their crimson brew, waiting. Cooper leans in, eyes wide, uncertain on whether it's a beverage or a new toy. Beans, ever the dignified one, takes a slow sip of the strawberry potion. She blinks once, as if surprised it's actually good, and nods in quiet canine approval. The verdict? 5 paws out of 5 for flavor, minus half a paw for the unnerving sensation of being watched while drinking it. But overall, a resounding success. And with that, the Halloween experiment is complete. We've survived a brain invasion, appeased our canine overlords, and baked something that looks illegal in most dimensions. So if your spooky season needs a little bit more chaos, creativity, and a canine-approved cuisine, this might just be the recipe for you. Because here at ZoomieWags, we don't just bake treats, we summon them.